Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Paul again, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Pirates will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
North Texas has it, going to work with another first down. On the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Got his man quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Takes a hit as he fired. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. That's caught. It's Peters. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now adjusting. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. The give to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Texas.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage.
Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Pirates getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Texas 7, East Carolina 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Working that left side now. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Trying to slam in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pirates.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They'll go to the ground. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Texas.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Sims. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Wide out in motion. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
North Texas will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
Carolina Pirates will take over. First and 10.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Cobb. Throws to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Oh, what a move! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6.
At the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Return runs out of bounds.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, and the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, North Texas. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Cobb. He hurls one deep down the left side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half.
Set to kick it off.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to throw, it's Cobb. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hatchett. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
all kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Brings up second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28 to 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Return runs out of bounds.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking downfield, it's Cobb. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They want to throw it. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready.
Touchdown, North Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense in.
East Carolina, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Cobb. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hatchett. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. 5, East Carolina 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking downfield, it's Cobb. Looking for a deep man. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Law. Got enough space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Cobb. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over the Coyotes. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They had this singing a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Trying to get the edge on the right. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. The give to the big fullback. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Sticks it in his belly. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the fullback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team is incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're